Hi everyone, this is Sybil. I'm going to continue the Copic series today. This is number 3. I called the previous 2 Copic questions answered. I'm just going to call this Copic's 3 for, on and on like that. I've had several people ask me how to clean your markers and how to refill them and replace the nibs. So that's what I'm going to share with you today. And so say that all your ducks are in a row, you are using Copic quality paper, and what I mean by that, it's paper made specifically for alcohol markers, whether they're Spectrum Noirs or whatever type of alcohol markers. So your papers are right, you've got, your markers are good and everything, but when you color, you notice that you're getting a blotchy look. Now, and I'm not sure if the blotchiness will show up, but on this image, the first image, there isn't any blotchiness. I just wanted to show you this. I colored this when I was in Illinois with my husband in the wintertime. And so this one, everything's blended, everything's looking good, the colors blend well. When your markers are dirty or contaminated, not so much. Do you see under her hair? I couldn't get it to blend. And see how splotchy it is? I'm splotchy that's showing up even on her neck. So now look at her legs down here, her feet. It's splotchy, really splotchy. And I wish I had a better example that I could, really show you. But when they get real bad, I have to throw the image away because it's ruined. It's so blotchy looking, I'm not wanting the image to look like it has measles. So what you need to do, I do want to share one other thing. If also when you're coloring, you can tell if your markers are dirty or contaminated if after you've colored your image, it's really shiny. And one reason it can be really shiny is you're just laying down too much color. But if you've not laid down too much color, and like I said, you're using the right type of paper and everything, but you're getting a real shiny appearance, you're getting a blotchy appearance, then your markers need to be cleaned. So let me show you. And then another thing, just with us taking the cap off, see all that gunk in there? And it doesn't matter how carefully you put that cap on and then around the cap, the marker, and this is like gummy. And I did a video on this about a year ago about what causes this. They need to be cleaned, and so I just use rubbing alcohol. Some people use like I think Diane Conklin, it is Diane, she uses the alcohol pads that use, like if you're diabetic, and she uses those to clean her markers. And so I just use regular alcohol. I pour alcohol in my cup here, and these cups are on my Copic cubbies, my storage solution, but it's sunshining so bright today that I'm doing it over here, otherwise you guys would be blind. So blinded by the light, Anyway, so I'm just going to toss those in there, and I just kind of swoosh them around. And what I do is if I'm going to clean my all my dark colors, then I'm not going to put light color caps in here. After a while the alcohol gets really stained and dirty and everything. And so I'm just going to take the marker cap out, and this is how I do it. You can do it however you want. And I take my Q-tip and I just clean that, and then I take the other side and I clean it again, and then I just wipe it, oops, and I drop it. Okay, you don't need to drop it, really, promise. I just wipe it with Kleenex, and then let me get the other one out of there and do the same thing. No, I guess I could sing a song or something, right? To kind of pass this time, but that's how you do it. So you just want to make sure that they're dry before you put them back on. Okay. Get all that moisture out. And then with that tip that's all wet, I just go over my marker, the base of it there, and I clean all that gunk off. Now this is the nib I'm going to change. It needs to be changed. And the reason it needs to be changed is I've used that so much that, you know, it starts getting smushed on the end and it's not coloring the right way. Your nibs will last you a long, long time. But you will eventually need to change them. So I'm doing this too. And then what I'm going to do is just quickly go over, because I'm not replacing this nib, just quickly go over that and it's clean. Okay, I'm going to put that cap back on. Make sure you put the correct cap on, and the reason I'm telling you that is because Miss Blondie here accidentally put the wrong one on one time, and in a matter of like a minute of it sitting on my desk and me noticing it while I was coloring, oh, and I changed it, the dark color saturated my nib. I had to change the nib and clean the marker. Yeah, it was pitiful. Okay, so here is the Super Brush nib, and they come in a pack of 3. And I get them, I've gotten the cheapest ones on Etsy, actually. But since I'm going to show you how to refill the marker, I'm going to take both caps off. I'm going to move my alcohol out of the way so I do not knock it over. And I never replace the chisel end because I really rarely ever use it. I just use this. Now I am going to leave this in for this moment. They have tweezers, but I don't use tweezers. So you just pull that out, and then you get your refill. And what is this one? 21. So you get your refill. I'm going to pull out this end. So they're both empty. All right, am I on camera? Make sure I'm on camera. And I'm just going to drop a few drops in there. And if you go to the Copic website, it tells you like the certain amount that you need. But, you know, I just go by what, if I've used my marker a lot, then I know I need to add probably about 3 to 4 drops. Okay. Sometimes more. Then you just push that little puppet back in there. Okay, and then I'm going to replace the nib. So that's it. Now I'm going to set that there, and that will equalize it. I'm going to toss out my old nib, and that's how to refill your markers. I hope that was, you know, easily understood. Now I did want to share with you one thing. I bought an E04 online, and I kept getting a splotchy appearance with it. And so even after I cleaned it, replaced the nib and everything, it was still really splotchy. It didn't matter. And I actually had purchased a contaminated marker. So threw that marker away and got a new one. And no problem. This one never blotchy with it. So sometimes, and now I have all the Copics except for the fluorescent ones. That's the only one out of whatever, what is it, 360 something markers. That's the only one that I've had a problem with. Now, the last thing I want to share with you, I just wanted to leave this here because see this color, it's starting, the color is starting to go in there and fill up that nib. I have some Copics that I purchased, and so I know that there are a lot of newbies out there, newbies to Copics that are, you know, that you guys have private messaged me, a lot of you on Facebook, and you're just starting out and you need some markers. I would like for you to tell me what markers you have that you use for skin tones. Just write down in the list. I use, you know, not ones you want to use, but what colors do you actually have for skin tones. And I'm going to do a drawing. I'm going to draw 2 different names by the time I do my next series. So when I do my next video, I'm just going to simply tell you this person and this person, you know, I'm going to send you some markers because I've got some skin tones that I purchased, and I would love to be able to help some people out that are just starting out and don't have those skin tones. Alrighty? Talk to you guys later. Have a blessed day, and I hope this made sense. I hope this was clear. If not, just ask me. I'll redo it. Alrighty. Bye-bye.